I'm used to hearing karaoke music behind me when I have a microphone in my hand, so this is a little unusual. But Steve and Amy, where to begin? Take you back to a glorious year known as 1997. I actually knew them before they started dating, which was a long time ago. And first time I met Steve was at freshman orientation at Wartburg College.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was at the orientation thinking I'm looking very dapper in a Chicago Cubs coat, glasses, and a Iowa Hawkeye hat. Who wouldn't look dapper in that outfit? Meet Steve and find that he's living on Clinton 3 where I'll be living freshman year and everything's fine. And being naive boy from Fredericksburg, I was like, Steve guy, he plays basketball, I play basketball, we live on the same floor, you know, we may be friends. Well, years later, I find out from Steve, he had a little different take on our first meeting, being, who is that dork in the Iowa hat and the Cubs jacket? And I will never talk to that kid again. So, a little bit of a rocky start, but we got past that. And I think the first time Steve and I really bonded was, as many people who went to college with me, was often invited to Fredericksburg, Iowa, which was about a half hour from Waverly, to go golfing and eating steaks at the Hutz household, which was always a good trip. And we went up there with many guys on the freshman floor, and I said, hey, I'm going to stick around Fredericksburg, Iowa, and do a little partying, because that's what we do in Fredericksburg, Iowa. And everybody left, and Steve goes, you know what? I think I'd like to stick around Fredericksburg, Iowa, and do some partying. So, about 14 years later, Steve got instant flu in my parents' front yard. And I think that is maybe one of 2 times in our entire friendship that I took care of Steve instead of him taking care of me. So I'm proud of that moment. But I knew at that point we would become very close friends, especially since his DNA is in an oak tree in Fredericksburg, Iowa. So that was freshman year. Sophomore year, this might take a while, I'm sorry. Sophomore year, we moved into an 8-person suite called the JV Suite. There were many members, and across the hall were 8 very attractive young ladies who were also here, many of them. And so at this point, Steve and I got past the Hawkeye hat and the Cubs coat and our good friends, and a lot of times we would spend evenings drinking large amounts of Ice House and playing Nintendo. And studying. And after one of these nights, I figured we had another night of probably drinking Ice House and playing Nintendo. Steve lets me know he is going on a run at about 11 o'clock at night. And this is a guy who would be winded getting the remote control for the middle of the night. Now it was going on a run at 11 o'clock at night with this Amy girl from across the hall. So I was like, well, that's kind of strange. We're buddies. We're playing Nintendo, drinking Ice House. What's going on here? Well, that progressed into more and more, and I think the time I really knew that things were getting serious was we were making a very large jug of jungle juice. Jiggy juice, as some people would call it. And Steve goes, no, I'm not going to sit around and drink jiggy juice. I am going to go to Waterloo to go to some Kevin Costner movie with Amy. This angered me. My good buddy Steve was not drinking with me. He was down going to a movie that to this day is known as Message in a Cup. I'm not sure what the real name of it was, but tears were shed. I was not happy. We hugged it out. We got past that, but I knew at that point, I think Amy was going to be part of our lives. So things were getting serious. serious at that point. And then junior year came around. I think I blacked out most of junior year. I don't even have a story from junior year. So we'll move on to senior year when Amy left Wartburg, graduated, and took a job selling Spam on the East Coast. And Steve and I and a few other guys lived in a house off campus. And when I knew he was really, really in trouble was when a man can sit in a living room with 4 other guys that are basketball players and the captain of the soccer team and go to his girlfriend for an hour straight. Oh, I love you, I miss you so much, baby. Oh, baby, oh, how was your day? Oh, I know my day was good. I love you, oh, I love you. For an hour straight, and not even blink an eye. You can't talk baby talk in front of us. Why are you talking baby talk in front of us? I knew it was love. I knew it was love. I was thinking long distance, but man, if he can take that berating of baby talk, he can take anything. So at that point, we knew it was over. I think it was a long time after that. But after college, moved in together, Cincinnati. I think I got ran over by a car once in Cincinnati. Whole other story. But anyway, Steve. We all knew Amy was a hard worker, had business classes. Amy went to class with her. We all knew she'd be successful. Steve weren't so sure about it. Steve snuck his way through Wartburg. I think due to a lot of the help of that man doing his homework. But Schultz. But this was a guy who I said would be weighed about 240, be winded, getting the remote control in the living room. Now is a VP of something or another, big wig, woo-woo, and does triathlons. I don't know what happened, but Amy, you're a godsend. So, but a lot of good times since then, Vegas, Colorado, everything else, and I could not be prouder to be your best man. I couldn't be prouder to be here, call you guys friends. I love you both. I wish the best, and everybody raise your glass. Just have a great night. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, put your hands together one more time for Christy and Mike. Thank you for your attention.